like to call to order the town board. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Here.
Trustee Holmes?
Here.
Trustee Fisher?
Here.
Trustee McDowell?
Here.
Chairman Neal?
Here. Item, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, Gunnar, we'll have to do it on our own. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, now Gunnar shows up. Thank you. Are there any agenda changes to come before the board this evening? Hearing none, is there a motion to accept the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, discussion. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Next item is the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held on November 16th, 2021 at 6 o'clock p.m. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 6, citizens' comments. Are there any citizens' comments this evening? Hearing none, we'll move on to item 7, authorized bills for payment. Trustee Fisher.
Was it last Friday?
Mhm.
Seems like forever ago. Last Friday, at a conference with Supervisor Neal and Assessor Davis, I'm requesting authorization to pay total bills of $155,313.74.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion?
Where are we with water bills and fair stuff?
So we are, I have some of that in my
Any update?
report, but I don't mind sharing now. So, we're working with the city on water bills that were, they extended the shut-off a little bit longer because my entire team, not my entire team's out till the 3rd, half of my team is out until the 10th. And so, being able to work with the number of people with water that is in disconnect, where the city is, if we have a situation that we believe qualifies, they're holding off on that for us. So that's going really well. We are done with FARA. We have got 6 applications that are still pending that Adriana will be completing when she gets back. But this year's Township, we accessed and helped the community with over $720,000 in resources. So
Awesome.
a lot, but yeah, really proud of my team for sure.
You should be. Thank you.
Any other questions, discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Frierson?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item number 8, consider passing ordinance levying taxes for all town purposes for Zion Township, Lake County, Illinois for the tax year 2021 collectible and 2022 per Chairman Neal. In front of you, you have 3 different documents. One of them is the original numbers that I shared at the last board meeting. That's dated November 8th. The second one is the memorandum dated December 14th, and then as well sharing with you the, if we were to remain flat at the request of Trustee McDowell. So with these 3 documents, just recognizing that should we stay flat, our general town fund within 3 years, we will be in the red by over $90,000. And if we should do that in 3 years in the general assistance fund, we will be in the red by a little over $107,000. So that means our beginning balance will be in the red, which is not where we would want to be. But I appreciate, being able to just step it out and see what the result would be of doing that.
And that's
without reducing any spending, is that what you mean by in red?
So a little that, it's, a little bit of that, it's hard to know exactly what's
Sure,
going on
yeah.
with COVID specifically, but yes, it's
So if the
with,
EAV goes up, then our funding would also go up,
yes.
even if we kept the levy flat.
Say that again, what?
If the EAV goes up,
Yeah.
so the amount of money
Yeah.
in the tax
Yep,
pool goes up, and we keep the levy at the same rate,
Yeah.
then we will also have more funds available.
correct, correct. Well, and the same thing would happen if we request, if our request for funds is a little bit more, but the EAV goes up, then taxes will go up.
Yeah, if we don't raise it more than the EAV
Right.
amount, yeah.
Right. Yes. And so looking at, I appreciate it, so what we had come in with originally at the last board meeting was to raise the general, or the town fund levy $100,000. And when we did further analysis and looked at what we would need to do, what we realized was we only needed to raise that by $25,000. So that was pretty substantial. The general assistance fund, we had stated that we would need to raise it to $355,000, and it turns out we need to raise it to $360,000. So that goes up $5,000, and then IMRF and FICA, we're actually at the levy amount for what it is every year, which is the goal of that. We have been underfunding that for a number of years to spend down that balance.
So just one point on that. So based on the original proposal and then the re-evaluation, it's been reduced by 70,000, right?
Correct.
Do you know what the effect would be on the tax rate for the Zion Township?
Is that one of those questions you were gonna send me today so that I could know the answer? Okay. So I do know, what I do know is that we are still way below our levy rate. And so we have not come close to our levy rate since I think our levy got cut in half, 8 years ago?
So are we referring to the rates listed on the second memorandum, or?
Yeah, the one that's posted December 14th, 2021 is the recommended rates under 2022-23. The 2021-22 is what we're currently at, so that you had the comparison.
So is that what you're trying to assess, Trustee McDowell? The difference between the max of where we can go versus what we're proposing?
No, my question was, what effect does it have on the tax rate for taxpayers?
Oh,
This-
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have those calculations.
That said, is there a motion to accept the levy as proposed?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
I think I just want to say that, sure, you operate the township, and our staff in the township do a great job with the resources that you have available. So I want to thank you for that. I mean, I think you're very conscientious with the funds that are available. I'm just more aligned with what our taxpayers feel when we raise the levy. So I'm not trying to make any kind of statement with, I think the township's not doing a good job. I think the township is doing a good job. But I think part of my responsibility is to say, we don't want to take any more money out of taxpayers' pockets.
I respect that completely. That was one of the catch-22s with us lowering the levy these last few years, was that eventually we were gonna have to raise it, and it was gonna look like we were taking money out of taxpayers' pockets, when really we've been saving taxpayers for the last few years by lowering the levy. But I absolutely respect and understand where you're coming
My
from.
hope is we would continue doing that, but I understand why you're doing this and what you're doing, and I guess I wouldn't expect anything different from the head of an organization. You think you're doing a good job, and I do too. So you want to use as many of the resources you have available to you. And I'm just thinking, what do my constituents think about all this? And I can tell you, they don't want taxes raised. So that's why,
Yep.
that would be why I wouldn't vote for the increase in levy.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Is there any other discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Farson?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
No.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Next item on the agenda. If I can figure out where I put the agenda, I think, oh, here it is. Consider approval of the annual township calendar for 2022. And just to note for everybody, we changed the date for 2022. In the past, we've passed the budget in May, and our fiscal year starts on May 1st. And so I said it with Trustee Fisher and with Assessor Davis and with Sandra Usher, our business manager, that we start working on the budget right now, and that we have the budget to approve at the April meeting. So the public hearing for that budget would be done. As well, Cheryl, quick question for you. We're going to need to amend this year's budget to incorporate the grant funds that we got for the FARA. Would we be able to do that? And this is something you could find out for later, but would we be able to do those both at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, we can. Excellent. Okay, perfect. That will make it much easier. So that said, is there a motion to approve the annual township calendar?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Farson?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Assessor's report. Did you have that, Clerk Spooner?
I don't think she gave me one. I don't have one in the packet.
Okay, well, so she had to be out of town, she's out of town for the holidays with family, and so we will defer till next month. And so, I just, without her in earshot, I just want to say how deeply grateful I am that she was called to that position. She works so hard and tries to do the best that she can, and especially with the whole ComEd Pico plant thing, she's got her hands full, but she's taking it very seriously, and I'm really grateful for that. So, that said, moving on to supervisor's report. So Zion Township has minimal staffing, which means it's just me until January 3rd, and then I'll have one staff member back until January 10th. So go easy on me, please. And then just giving an update, we're going to be doing a staff retreat on Wednesday, January 19th. And just to share with you, we brought in Rex Jones to our last staff meeting to talk about active shooter training and things that we need to do. So I'll be making a proposal at the January meeting for some of the things that we'd like to see moving forward for some of those safety measures. So that was a really good conversation. So all financial assistance has been suspended through January 10th. And so far, everybody has been very accommodating, knowing that I've sent a couple, emails over to the water department, and they're holding off until after the 10th for us in those situations. So a landlord was willing to hold off different things. So it's been workable. And so just to say again, so this year through the Zion Township team, we've assisted Zion residents in accessing over $720,000. Our entire budget is $1 million. So like 3/4 of our entire budget, we've been able to give out to the community through our in-house programs, through Mother's Trust Foundation, through the Salvation Army, and through the federal emergency rental program. So really, really proud of the work that we did. And still, if anybody is in need of rental assistance, you can still, hi Lou, you can still apply for FARA. Zion Township just won't be processing those applications. But if you go to the Lake County il.gov/rent help, you can still apply for those funds. Zion Quarterly is going to be coming out the first week of January, so really excited. We have our first community calendar in a while. It's chock full of information, and really, really excited for the constant evolution of that project. And then last but not least, huge shout out to CCC, Mike McDowell, Kathy Richards, Jeanette Richards, Leo Barnes from the CCC team, and a whole slew of other volunteers that they had. But on top of that, the Santa's Helpers, which is Rick DeLille, Dave Knapp, Christian Erzinger, and John Buer. And then keeping on going, so the District 6 social workers who referred families with us, with the lead out being Renita Davis. PetSmart donated stuffed animals for each of the kids. We had about 250 kids this year. And so Lynette Ben Haverbach was actually the connector with PetSmart, getting us all the stuffed animals. Family Resource Center, Mary King and Esmeralda Diaz, they also helped us assign some families, as well as the Lake County Housing Authority. And then the Grove at the Lake donated some things, Toys for Tots, thanks to Dwayne Jenkins. Kiwanis, Zion Benton, a whole team of elves, once again, they stepped up. And the Zion Township team worked together to serve, like I said, 250 kids, so 80 families and 250 kids. But the system that CCC has in making this happen is just mind-blowing. I mean, we had to do it for years at the township, and it was never this smooth, but really, really proud of that. Do you want to share anything?
It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of really nice gifts this year, and I just appreciate everybody coming together. I mean, there were donations from the hospital as well, CTCA.
Good to know.
And
I knew that.
the Kiwanis, and everybody just did a great job coming together, and it did go really smoothly.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, actually.
Right.
It went very smoothly.
Yeah, there was, well, CTCA, they actually donated a couple of bikes for little kids, and yeah, it was really, really nice. I ended up only having to deliver 2, because one of them actually came and picked up, so I just had to deliver 2, so.
I mean, I can just give a little idea of what happens when we pick up those gifts.
Sure, go for it, yeah.
So when we go down to Chicago, there's probably about 100 volunteers there from different organizations, and they all have bags that they use to do shopping. But trucks pull up, and those trucks are unloaded in a huge human conveyor belt that goes into the St. Mary's of the Angels Church. And they got a big auditorium there. We lay everything out, cut all the boxes open, take all the gifts out, lay them all out around the room. And then all the kids that come with us just have the names and ages of the children, and then they go around and they pick gifts from all of that. And it's a little chaotic, but this year had some really nice gifts that were donated, and yeah, it went very smoothly.
So good. That's very cool. Yeah, thank you so much for your team going down and doing that. It really is, it's a huge project, and afterwards, it's a warm fuzzy.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Well, getting teenagers to wake up at 5:30 a.m. is a challenge.
That's-
But they did it.
They don't actually have to wake up, they just have to get on the bus.
Yeah.
So yeah, so thank you very much. It was definitely a positive for the community. And so one other thing I just wanted to share with you guys, it didn't make the report, but each year I work with the Recflex to provide a corporate membership for any Zion government employee. So if you work for the Park District, the library, the township, the school districts, the city, any of those, you get access to the corporate discount. And I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of that as an additional perk for all of the employees in the Zion community. So and that's all I have. Is there anything else to come before the board? Okay.
Have a good Christmas.
Right, hearing nothing. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So So moved.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? No? Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody, Happy New Year, we will see you in 2022. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Fryson?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Meeting adjourned.